What happens when someone has both ADHD and a serious drinking problem? A new study suggests that the combination can take a heavy toll on a person's quality of life. The research focused on people with alcohol use disorder, which is when someone has trouble controlling their drinking despite harmful consequences. The study took place in France and included over 200 people with this condition. Some of them also had ADHD. ADHD stands for Attention Deficit/Hyperactivity Disorder. It's a condition that often starts in childhood and involves problems with focus, impulse control, and hyperactivity. Many adults still struggle with it, and it can make everyday life more difficult. In this study, the researchers found that people with both ADHD and alcohol use disorder reported a lower quality of life than those who had alcohol problems alone. The effects were even worse for people who were more impulsive or had trouble managing their emotions. One key issue was emotion regulation. People with ADHD often struggle to control strong emotions. Many try to suppress their feelings, especially when they're drinking. But this strategy doesn't work well. In fact, it seemed to make things worse. The researchers used a variety of tests to measure impulsivity, emotional regulation, and cognitive function. They also assessed each person's quality of life, with a focus on how alcohol had affected it. Participants in the study had all been drinking heavily before joining the study, more than 60 grams per day for men and 40 grams for women. At the time of the research, they had been sober for at least a week. The findings showed that impulsivity and emotional difficulties were major reasons why people with ADHD felt worse overall. They also found that the more someone tried to hide or suppress their emotions, the more their quality of life suffered. The authors say this has real-world implications. Therapists and doctors should be aware of how ADHD and alcohol interact. Helping people learn better ways to handle their emotions could lead to better outcomes. They also stress the importance of understanding each person's emotional coping style. Treating alcohol use disorder might be more effective if it takes ADHD symptoms into account. It's important to note that this was a correlational study. That means the researchers can't say for sure that ADHD causes worse outcomes. They only found a link. But the results still give us new insight into how mental health conditions can interact in complex ways. To learn more about this research and other psychology studies, visit SciPost.